Hello, I'm Michael Morris. I own a 1987 Buick Grand National with T-tops. Always wanted a Buick Grand National since I was 17 years old. Joined some Facebook groups and basically told them what I wanted. And a guy out of North Carolina said that he had one, and I just had to get it. Yeah, I went down there and checked it out. I wasn't going to because the car was so nice, just looking at the pictures, and video. But I was like, well, I got lucky a couple times doing that and didn't want to chance it again. So, but it was what he said it was. Actually, even more. It was all stock, original. There was a few things that had been changed, like the air filter. Was about the only thing that wasn't original. A lot of guys upgrade those. It was originally 48,000 mile car. I can't think of anything that was really wrong with the car other than some rock chips and a little bit of lacquer checking, which is pretty normal in those cars. So I do a lot of shows around the valley, cars and coffee, all those types of things. And there's some really nice cars here in Arizona. So if you want to compete, even a little bit, I mean, your car has to be really nice. So I did have the car repainted. Came out really nice, actually probably more than I wanted, but I'm very happy with it. I like the stock wheels, don't get me wrong. It's all original, everybody remembers them, but I do like the old 80s style mesh wheels. That's what everybody had on their cars back in the 80s. So when I thought of a wheel, that was the wheel that I wanted. The front is the 18-inch 18x9 and the back is a 19x9.5. I'm not sure why I went with the staggered 18 and 19. I just thought it would kind of look kind of cool, give you a little bit of a rake to it, and without having to do it with the suspension. So I don't know, trying to be different. I've done some upgrades to the car, basically stuff that you should do: fuel pump, fuel injectors, performance chip, full stainless exhaust, upgraded ignition system, upgraded intercooler, front brakes. I haven't done the back yet, and the only reason I haven't is because I don't want to change the track width in the back, because I don't want to cut the wheel wells. That's one thing about this car that I don't want to do, is have to cut something in order to make it fit. I want the car to stay as much as original as possible, but with bolt-on type upgrades. So I haven't been in the motor. A lot of people do heads and cams and stuff. The only thing that you should do to these cars is new valve springs, because they weren't good from the factory. So you go in, you upgrade the valve springs. My motor is completely unopened. So basically it's the factory block. I have added a torque converter, higher stall torque converter, so it brings the turbo boost in a little faster. But other than that, I just don't want to cut the car, do anything that would otherwise diminish the value and the look of the car. So the T-tops, I'm not sure how many they made, but it wasn't very many. Just like the sunroof, they didn't make very many of those. Most guys don't, well, I'll say East Coast guys, West Coast guys love them. Don't really care for T-tops because obviously they have the potential to leak, but T-top was just one of those iconic 80s things. If you had T-tops, you were just cooler than the next guy, because you know, they obviously didn't make a convertible version, but T-tops were just always so cool. So that was one of my, I had 3 stipulations. It had to have low miles, it had to have T-tops, and just be an unmolested car. So I was lucky enough to find one, and I told somebody that I'm just the caretaker of the car right now. I'm just preserving it. I don't know, it's the whole car. I mean, it's just one of those cars that somebody always has a story. They recognize the car. People know this car. It's like it means something to them. Like, their family member had one, or they raced one, or me, 17 years old, coming out of high school, saw one every single day. Just made an impression on you. This black car with these chrome wheels on it, and little, emblems that looked cool. That was a different color. It was just, and then the biggest thing for me was the black and gray interior. We used to try to emulate that on other cars. We would do 2-tones with different inserts, and then the piping around the edges of the seat. So it was, I don't know, just one of those cars. It was weird because I was crazy emotional about just the fact that I knew I was going to buy the car. I was in shock and awe, I guess, that this was actually going to be my car. So I bought it with 48,000. It has 52,000, and I've had it a year, so I have been driving it. I plan on driving it some more, and I normally get up, if it's nice out, I'll take 10-20 mile drive over by Swirl Lake. I'll go down South Valley or Southeast Valley, down Queen Creek, and kind of do a loop or something, and come back I hate letting my car sit. I hate it. I just love driving them. To me, it's a piece of history. Everybody knows this car one way or another. So yeah, I feel I'm a lucky guy right now.